I have a microphone. Yay! That just bounced off the microphone. I'm so sorry. Sorry, microphone. What is happening, guys, and welcome to today's video. I don't know why I said that. That's a bit weird. Why did I do that? So, I haven't had a video out in a while, so I thought I would film something a little bit different. Me sat in front of my computer and stuff, things going on behind her, Not with the webcam this time because the webcam is atrocious quality. I don't know how long this camera's got left on its life, so I'm going to try and make this quick. I am doing a top 10 games of whatever the fuck it was I was going to do. It's just my top 10 games. This could be new games, old games, games I played when I was a kid, games on handheld consoles, you know, the whole shebang. So let's get straight into it, shall we? So at number 10, I have Forza Horizon. Now, for those of you who know, I am a big Forza fan, and I have been a car/racing game fan for quite some time. The first game I did play was Forza Horizon. Now, I had played Forza 3, but Forza Horizon for me was that just kind of that pinnacle, revolutionary game that changed racing games completely. You had this open world map which you could drive around in free roam. You weren't constricted to just like racing areas like Silverstone. I don't know the name. I'm very unprepared. I don't know. What am I doing? What I meant to say was you weren't constricted to a racetrack, and you had this whole open world game going on which just kind of opened up for a lot more diverse gameplay mechanics. And I had so much fun in this game, just driving around, there was so many cars that you could choose from as well. It was just very, very good. And I completed the game in 2 days, which is good. It's quite sad as well, but it was good. So at number 9 is a game from a company that I have a pretty love-hate relationship with, and that's Nintendo's Super Mario Bros. For the DS. Now, the DS is the only console from Nintendo that I have truly loved from the moment I had it. I had a Game Boy before that, but the DS was the one where I started going, gaming on this device is going to be good. And I got Super Mario Bros. And I have a lot of fond memories from that game. I used to stay up very late playing Super Mario Bros. When my mum wasn't watching, or my mum didn't know. Sorry, mum. She used to like peep her head around the door and I used to go, so she couldn't see the screen. So I was laying down in bed and I was just like playing. Then I had to move. I was like, no, the screen, you will never see it. But Super Mario Bros. Was one of those games where I played from start to finish and enjoyed every minute. I used to die constantly though. I wasn't very good, but I did put my all into it and I wanted to play it so much. And every moment I was at school away from my DS, I was going, I've got to save Princess Peach. I need to get back and save the girl. And that was just me. I was a sad little girl. I nearly said boy. Oh dear. But Super Mario was one of those games where from the moment I bought it, I did love it. And it's probably the only game bar Pokemon that I've really loved by Nintendo. I was never really a fan of Zelda. Don't kill me. So coming in at number 8 was the game that truly got me into the Xbox, and that is Halo 3. Now, Halo 3 came out, I didn't have an Xbox, and my friend actually had one. And he said to me, Anna, come over, I've got this new games console, it's really, really cool, I have this game, you get to shoot aliens, there's like all these Spartan things you can that you play as, and you play as this guy called Master Chief, and I was like, sure, that sounds fun. And then when I went over, it was my first experience of playing local multiplayer with someone. Like, you had a split screen, and I actually got to play the split screen. From this moment, like, I started playing Halo 3, I really loved it, and the whole aspect of the multiplayer just kind of changed gaming, and I think a lot of people say that. There was a lot more open combat, the maps were very ranged, they were huge. Some were huge, some were smaller, but overall the experience was the same, and everyone enjoyed playing Halo 3 multiplayer. I actually have the Master Chief collection, and I still sometimes go on and play a game of Halo 3 multiplayer. I'm not very good at it, but I just like playing it. But one thing I remember from Halo 3 was Forge, I think it was, where you could go on and you could like add things onto the map, like gravity, was it gravity? You had the teleport one bits, and you had the gravity mines or whatever it was that shot you up into the air. And we used to play on was it Sandbox? It was one everyone used to go on when they were doing like adding things onto the map, and we used to play that constantly. And it was cool because you could have a private match with all your friends and invite them in to do it as well. I just have fond memories of Halo 3, and it really got me into gaming, and it made me get an Xbox 360. So, thank you, Halo 3. So coming in at number 7 is a multiplayer game that really kind of defined gaming for me, and that is Modern Warfare 2. Call of Duty, I know people have a love-hate relationship with it, but Modern Warfare 2 was the first Call of Duty I actually ever played. I didn't have the World at War hype, I didn't play zombies, I was all for the online multiplayer with friends. I have a lot of fond memories from playing Modern Warfare 2 online. I actually got to the point where I joined a clan. I was that annoying 13, 14-year-old who would go around screaming, "I fucked your mum!" and all that, but I really, really, really loved it, and so much so that I knew all of the glitches from all the maps. You know, I was the monster at 1v1 me on Rust, quick scope, no scope. When I used to play online with my brothers, like, they used to hate me because I would do, like, trick shots and throwing knife shots and 360, like, quick scopes, no scopes, and they just used to go, "I hate you." With Call of Duty as well, with Modern Warfare 2, it had a really good storyline as well, and it was just an all-round very good game. Between Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops, those were the two big games for me when I was like teenage years. So coming in at number 6 is a game that I played on the PlayStation 2, and it was one of the earliest games I remember playing ever, and that is a game called Dog's Life. Dog's Life was a very kid-friendly game, and I say that because all it was you playing as a dog, trying to find another dog, using dog scent. Legit. When I think of Dog's Life, I always remember there was like an area at the beginning which is like you've got some houses and you've got like this whole park area kind of thing, and you have to follow the coloured scent, smoky scent areas that were coloured. There was like colourful, foggy scent, if that makes sense in my head, okay? I'm going to put in a bit of gameplay anyway so you can kind of understand what I mean. But you have to follow the trail to find your doggy pal. Doggy pal. But it was one of the first games that I truly sat down and just loved playing. And it's the earliest memory of gaming for me, bar Pokemon Red. So coming in at number 5 is a game that I'm actually playing through on the channel right now, and that is Final Fantasy X. Final Fantasy X was the very first RPG I remember watching my brothers play. I didn't play it myself when I was a kid. I didn't go through the game itself. I just watched my brothers play it. So I didn't know what was going on in the storyline. I couldn't appreciate the storyline at the time because I was only young. I must have been about 6 or 7. I don't know. I wasn't very old. But my brothers really, really loved it, and I used to go in and watch them play it every so often. They actually did allow me to play the first bit, which is where you're in Zanarkand and you've got the big opening scene. That's the one that I remember. With the Blitzball tournament and stuff like that. I remember that, but I never truly played it. But it was the first one that I watched and thought, this is really good. I really like watching this. I just remember it like so well in my head, watching it, sat next to my brothers while they were playing it on their saves. They wouldn't let me have a save because, I was far too young to be playing those type of games. It makes me happy thinking about it because it was one of those things that I could like kind of bond with my brothers with as a kid. You want to fit in with your brothers and sisters, but I didn't have any sisters, I only had brothers, so I had to try and fit in using gaming. So Final Fantasy was that game for me, really. I'm trying to make myself feel better through games. Number 4 is a game that I am actually playing on the channel as well, but I'm doing it in streams, and that is Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 2 for me was a game that I spent a lot of hours on. A lot of hours. I lost many days and many nights to this game. I only played it. I never played the first one, and going back to play the first one is actually pretty difficult. The combat is very clunky in the first one compared to the second one, which is good, looks very good on BioWare because it shows that they've actually improved the gameplay mechanics a lot. It is so good. The idea of being able to shape how you ally with other people through your decisions in game was revolutionary for me. I'd never seen anything like that in a game before. So, like, there was different colours like Renegade points and Paragon points. So depending on what you chose, depended if you were like a neutral, a good, or a bad. And that also made the characters react to you differently. So if you sided with a person when there was a debate between two persons, the person you sided with would really like you. The person you didn't side with would be kind of like, you're a bitch. To me, that just made the game fun, and it had a lot of replayability factor. Because you could play it any way you wanted, still have the same outcome at the end, but what happened in the middle of the game would change significantly. And it just made the game so much more thought-provoking. You would have to really think about, how is this going to affect me in the future of the gameplay? What's going to happen next? And playing it on stream, I've noticed certain things in the game that I didn't pick up on in the first one. It was just really good, and I really enjoy Mass Effect. The story was really good, and I remember pre-ordering Mass Effect 3 and really enjoying that as well. Ending was a bit meh, but I can let that slip. I still enjoyed Mass Effect 3. And November 7th, Mass Effect Andromeda news will drop, and I'm going to have all of those things on the channel with news updates, shit like that. We're going to be doing it. You guys stick around for that, because I'm going to shit your pants with excitement for that. Number 3 on my list is a game that is very well known within the gaming community, and that is Assassin's Creed 2. Now, it is a franchise which I love more than life itself. Assassin's Creed 2 was the first Assassin's Creed game I played. I mean, no, I lie. I played a little bit of Assassin's Creed 1, didn't like the gameplay mechanics. Assassin's Creed 2 was very, very, very good. Ezio Auditore is a bear, the tippy-toppiest of bears. What really caught me with Assassin's Creed 2 was how much the game had away from the main story, like side quests, you could collectibles, there was like catacombs that you could go down to. I think there was a story of Romulus and Remus in there somewhere, if I remember rightly. It's been a long time since I played it. And you had to go into the catacombs, and you found like secret collectibles, which when you put them together unlocked some secret door to like really cool armor that you could wear in game. And that to me was new. That was new to me, that you could do so much cool stuff in a game away from the storyline. It was just very good, and I'm really excited about a new Assassin's Creed whenever it's gonna come. Just bring it to me now. And I'm actually quite excited for them bringing out the Ezio collection, where they're bringing out, I think it's Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood and Revelations in a collection, like remastered graphics, all that kind of thing. I might actually get it and try and play through Assassin's Creed 2 on the channel. I don't know what to do, what about that, because it is one of my all-time favourite games. I just don't know what it is about it specifically, but it was just very good, and I enjoyed my time on it so much. Just running around the Italian era was just really good, and you had people like Leonardo da Vinci in game. I can't remember other people, but you had some big names in there. Props to them for Assassin's Creed 2, because it's made me love the franchise. One of my favourite franchises ever. Continuing on the Ubisoft front, in at number 2 is Far Cry 3. It's weird because Assassin's Creed 2 was number 3 and number 2 is Far Cry 3. It's like a bit backward, I think. That sounded much more funnier in my head. Far Cry 3 was a game that won tons of awards, and no wonder. It is very, very, very good. Like the main villain, I think it was Bass, was it? Brilliant voice acting work. Everyone said it. And it wasn't just that made the game great. I mean, the open world aspect of it, again, there was loads of side missions you could do. I never fully completed Far Cry 3. There was just that much to do. But the idea of skill points, like building your character's skill points up using tattoos on the arm, for me was just, I was like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I was just a bit amazed by how good the story was as well. You had the weird missions where it was like you were taking an acid trip and you were like, shit, I'm a bit woozy, but where the fuck am I? And you do the same in a lot of the Far Cry games. Far Cry 4, you go to that little weird world where there's like demons with really creepy faces that try killing you, and you have like a tiger friend. I don't know what happens. And in Far Cry Primal, you have the dude who is it Tensei who feeds you like the blood, and you can like see the future or something. There's always something weird like that in Far Cry. I remember my reaction to the final mission as well. The final mission in Far Cry 3, you were pretty much on like a helicopter and you're on a machine gun, and you're going through all of Vass's camps and just shooting them with the machine gun. And there's like classical music playing in the background, if I remember rightly. So it was some really cheesy pop song that fit very, very well. And I just remember playing that entire mission in complete hysterics, just laughing my ass off. Just like, this music fits very well, and I'm just shooting everybody with this machine gun, just like, die, bitches! But it was such a good game, and if you haven't played it, I really, really recommend going back and playing it. Far Cry 3. But number 1 in the top 10 chart is a game which has just had a sequel announced. I just dropped my phone in excitement. Guys, it's happening! It's happening! Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption came along for me at a time when I was the multiplayer scrub, you could say. I was one of these people that played multiplayer games all the time, very rarely went off to play single player games. And before I played the likes of Assassin's Creed and Far Cry, Mass Effect, I played Red Dead Redemption. It was actually my brother that mentioned Red Dead. He said, there's this really cool game that's just came out. He said, I'm really enjoying it. If you really want a game to get into, play this. So I went out and I bought it. It was pretty cheap pre-owned, so I got it. And I thought, I've got to try and get away from multiplayer games. I don't think I had any friends online at the time to play Call of Duty with, so I just kind of put the game disc for Red Dead Redemption in and never turned it off. It was the first game that was a single player solo, like open world, I think it's what they call a sandbox game, where it's like huge map, open area, loads of side quests, main mission which has a lot of like side mission stuff that goes with it. And it was the first game that I truly sat down with and thought, I don't need multiplayer games in my life if this is the type of games that are being produced. The whole idea of playing as a cowboy and fighting other old Western people was really cool. And growing up, I watched a lot of the old John Wayne movies because my granddad was a massive John Wayne fan. So playing this game was kind of like a homage to childhood as well, like growing up and watching the Western movies and stuff. And the character of John Marsden, I fell in love with John Marsden. He was like my homeboy. And then, spoilers, at the end, the game's been out for nearly 7 years. It's not really a spoiler. He gets shot. He gets shot at the end, and you can't do anything about it. And I was like, I want to rewind time. I don't want to play as Jack Marsden. I want John. And it took me a while to go back and actually finish the final mission of the game, which is where you kill the guy who killed your dad, basically. But I just enjoyed the game, the idea of being able to tame the horses and have different horses that you could play the game with. You could just roam around the map. There was like little stranger quests you could do the forts, you could unlock different outfits. There's also the side missions doing poker, horseshoes, all that liars, dice, all that stuff. My reason for really enjoying solo, very story-based games is all thanks to Red Dead Redemption. If I hadn't have played Red Dead Redemption, I would probably still be playing Call of Duty and Halo right now. But I'm not. Instead, I'm playing the likes of Assassin's Creed, GTA now, like a big open world story-based games which take up a lot of your time and you learn character creation, character development, all that kind of thing. Voice acting is a lot more serious in story-based games, and I have Red Dead Redemption to pay homage to that. That got me into it and really solidified my love for gaming. I just really like games. Thanks, Red Dead. But I'm really excited for Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, where's my wallet? Where's my wallet? There it is. Have my money. Have my money. It's there. Have it. It's on the floor now, but you can still have it. Just take it, Rockstar. Just take it all. Bank card? Who needs the bank card? You can have it. Firstborn? Who needs the firstborn? Have that as well. Why not? PC, you can have my PC. No, I might need that to edit videos on, but you can have it anyway if you just give me Red Dead Redemption 2 like right now, so I can like play it and stuff and have really good time. GG, thanks Rockstar, bye. But really, thanks for watching, guys. This has been such a strange top 10 video, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like. And a like and a thumbs up, that's the same thing. What the fuck am I doing? Like, share and subscribe. Comment down below if you agree with me on any of these top 10 games. All the links to trailers for the games and gameplay footage that I've used, unless it's my own, I will put down in the description as well. Oh, we've reached the end and I feel cleansed. So thanks again, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.